At 8 a.m. as I count down the top 10 Texas Red Dirt songs that are packing the dance floor. I'll be featuring local artists and the story behind the hits, shows in the area, as well as new songs that make you want to dance. It's Dance Time in Texas with DJ Mike on Lone Star Community Radio, 104.5 KCZW and 106.1 KZCC, Conroe, Texas, or online, irlonestar.com.
Thank you for listening to Lone Star Community Radio. This program was broadcasted and recorded live from the LSCR studios in downtown Conroe, Texas. Lone Star Community Radio is supported by listeners like you. Donate and sponsor today. For more information on getting involved with Lone Star Community Radio, contact us at lscrstudios@gmail.com or visit us online at www.irlonestar.com.
You're listening to Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 KCZW LP Conroe.
And 106.1 KZCC LP Conroe. And worldwide on irlonestar.com.
Afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for being here for the Cindy Cochran Show. We've got a great show today. It's going to make you hungry, and it's going to make you have to go find something to eat quickly. But I've got the place for you, and it's right in downtown Conroe. Beautiful downtown Conroe. I just walked down Main Street. Just did this so I could have it fresh in my mind that, you know, it's just like a movie set. It's so weird. It's so cute. It's so quaint. It's so historical. Historical, and not hysterical, but historical. It's wonderful. And so if you want to visit Conroe, and if you're in Michigan right now, just go ahead and put that down on your list of things to do and come to Conroe. And then I've got a place for you to go to get some incredible food. And we have the owner of that place for today. And she does a little more than that, just a little more than that. But I want to first thank our sponsor. You know, sponsors are important, right? Sponsors are very important. And so we have Chris Wootton with the Wootton Financial Group. He is, taking care of our audience and making sure that their retirements, how they want it to be. And those people that are really rich are worried about their money and they want to get it out from under the mattress and they want to do something with it. This is who they need to see is Chris Wootton, because he'll take care of you. Just like you were his parents. He's going to take care of you and make sure that nobody comes and tries to take your money away, but to help it grow. And that's what we're excited to have him as part of our group. And thank you, Chris, very much. And he will be on right after we finish the show. He'll come on and he'll talk to you about what he's doing, and it's going to come out of his mouth, not mine, and it'll be much more believable. I don't know. No, it's not. He's great, and he's very proud to be a sponsor of the Cindy Cochran Show. Okay, now to the show. All right, I have with me today the one and only Debbie Glenn. And Debbie Glenn is not related to Jan Glenn, but she's Debbie Glenn, and she is the owner of the Red Brick Tavern. The Red Brick Tavern. I mean, that just conjures up all kind of images in your mind. That's exactly what it looks like. It is amazing. And so I am so happy to have you today, Debbie. You are...
Glad to be here.
Y'all been here a long time. How long has the Red Brick Tavern been there?
We opened in September of 2012.
2012. Okay,
it's been a long time.
It is.
Yeah.
And especially for a restaurant to survive all that you've had to survive.
Yes.
That's what I'm sure people like you. You're writing a book, right, on how you survive?
I think so. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's perfect. And you were able to support all the things that you were doing. Your wait staff and all of that, they were kept alive, and you probably have had so many of them go like, Debbie, if it wasn't for you, I could have never made it.
Well, we've got a great staff, and we actually only shut down initially, and then when they allowed us to open back up,
right.
I didn't do any layoffs, so we kept everybody employed and staffed. And
bless your heart.
Well, we've got first responders that need to eat. We've got people that are doing jobs, and all of that's in the mirror, in the rearview mirror, thank God. But we serve the public, and we love that.
I went over there today to eat before I came over here, and it was purely, it was kind of like a reconnaissance. I wanted to go make sure what I was going to say was right and everything. So I hadn't eaten there in a whole long time. But I had Nicole. Nicole came up, was my waitress. She was wonderful.
She's fabulous.
I'm telling you, I put her through the ringer, and
Uh-oh.
she now has a little more experience on how to handle somebody that shouldn't have never walked through those doors. Because I went in there, and I'm looking through the menu, and it has a lot of pasta stuff, and I'm saying, oh, that just makes me want to have some spaghetti. So I said, okay, do you have angel hair pasta? She went, she's looking at the menu and go, I don't think we do, but let me make sure. I want to make sure that we don't have that. So she went, and then she came back. She says, no, we don't have that. I'm so sorry. Is there anything else like close to that? I said, well, I don't know. What's the skinniest pasta that you have? And she goes, well, we have the fettuccine is kind of thick, but we could put marinara. She's going through all this stuff. And the more she talks about it, I turned the menu over and I went, hamburger, and I'm reading the definition of the hamburger, and I remembered that's what I liked when I came in here. And so I said, you're going to kill me for all that you've gone through, but I appreciate it so much and your patience, but I think I'm going to get a cheeseburger. She said, cheeseburger, okay, is that regular fries or you want something different? And I said, just a minute, let me check. Oh, the sweet potato fries with Parmesan. I can't imagine how those two go together,
So
but I
good.
can't wait.
Yeah.
She said, you're going to love it. You're going to love it. And with that patience and that smile and she was, I could see her looking at me, just looked at me across the room like, are you okay? Because I don't think she wanted to go and say, is there anything else you want? Because I may have had more to order, but I didn't. And I brought half of it back to Richard, and I thought that was really sweet of me to do that.
That was very sweet.
But the deal is, guys, if you go there and you want to get that cheeseburger, you may want to say, do you have a back room or a room I can go in and eat this by myself? Because it is so big and juicy. It's so juicy. You just have put the napkin right here and just start eating it. It was so good. And the flavor was amazing. Now, what kind of meat was that?
It's a brisket blend. It's
brisket.
Our own, yes, we have a blended proprietary secret sauce. So, yeah.
And there's a secret sauce on the bun. And on the bun, you
Well,
put
no,
the secret
I'm just
sauce?
saying that
I thought
the blend,
the blend
is
that
our
they
secret.
do. Okay.
Yes.
All right. But y'all don't do a secret sauce on there.
We have lots of secret sauces.
Well-
we make all of the sauces. All of the soups are made in-house, fresh daily. All of our salad dressings are made fresh in-house daily. Barbecue sauce, everything is fresh.
Well, it was.
I would add spaghetti to the menu, Cindy, but my chef might kill me. I mean, it's 11 by 17 menu, double-sided, and if I add one more thing, he's gonna kill me.
Are you the one that comes up with the ideas, or do your customers suggest to you, or your kids, or what?
Well, my Nana was from Alabama.
That's all you need
And
to know. Yeah.
we have a lot of great histories of recipes. And so, I'm like, hey, this might work. That might work.
That's
I
fantastic.
need a commissary so that I can do a bakery and do our zucchini breads and our carrot cakes. That would be really fun.
Okay, would you tell me when that happens?
I will.
I want to come over. But I'm obsessed now. And the decor of this place is just amazing. And did you decorate, or how many people was in there decorating? Because it's grown exponentially on the decorations and.
Are you talking
everything.
about the pictures on the walls?
Everything is just.
So the red brick I cannot take credit for. That's been there since the early 1900s. And we wanted to incorporate the authentic heritage of the historic downtown into the name. And so that's where the Red Brick Tavern came up.
Perfect.
It's where you eat and drink.
Yes.
And so the pictures on the walls, though, are from the book Raising a Hand for Rhett. And that is a nonprofit that I serve on the board from. They're all for sale for a donation. And you would get the picture plus one of the books, and all of the money raised goes straight into finding a cure for Rett syndrome.
That's wonderful. Now, is that all the pictures that are on if you're sitting where I was sitting, is it all?
All of the pictures all over the walls.
All over the walls are
There's
for sale.
There are only 2 or 3 of them that aren't raising a hand for Rhett pictures. So
Oh my word!
Yep.
They were really good, and I kept trying to imagine who that was and when they might have played there, and that because a lot of them are musicians.
Yeah.
And then there were other pictures, but they were wonderful. That was
Yeah.
a great idea, and to sell them like that.
So there's a little card, identification card in the right hand bottom corner, and
Mm-hmm.
you can go look and see if you think that one you might know, and
Yeah.
you're kind of on the fence, and it'll have the little cheat sheet right there in the corner.
That's wonderful. Now you took over in 2000 and tell me again.
Well, no, I'm the original owner of the Red Brick Tavern.
Oh, y'all own the building. That's right. You
Yeah,
had
we owned the building. Jay Russ and I bought it, and we were actually just trying to preserve the downtown area. We're both very active. I'd bought and sold several properties, I think 9 or 10, and I heard that it was for sale, and he heard that it was for sale. And I'm like, nope, too late. I've already put an offer in on it. And he's like, well, then I'll offer him. We just, we're bantering back and forth, and finally we decided, well, we both want the same thing, so let's just do it together. We had no intention, at least I didn't have any intention of ever opening a restaurant. I have 4 children and an insurance agency and, all these
My
other
word.
things and rental properties.
Right.
But after it being empty for over a year, he came into my office one day and plopped down and said, hey, what are we going to do? We owe insurance and taxes again? And I said, oh, heck, let's just do it ourselves. How hard could it be? Well, I got news for you. I've got a set of bags that even Southwest would charge for, I tell everyone that. But
That's great.
we wanted to just bring foodie food to downtown Conroe. And to be quite honest, a lot of people thought we were crazy.
Why?
Well, foodie food is fresh food made from scratch kitchen, and a lot of people try to claim that, but they serve you like a frozen, and then that just frozen preservatives, all of that stuff
Yeah.
takes away from the actual taste of the food. So it does cost more to serve that kind of food, right? And so a lot of people 11 years ago, just didn't think it would work. I remember one night I was just trying to stay in budget, and so I was up on a ladder, and I was staining the guitar over the stage. And I figured that was a little bit of a way not to go too bad over budget
Yeah.
on paint and stain. And
Right.
a lady walked in and looked around. She said, oh, it's so beautiful. I love this. And she said, I sure hope you make it. Nothing makes it downtown.
Oh, lovely. Oh, what encouraging words.
Oh, that's great. Should I fall off the ladder now?
Yeah.
Get it over with?
But you've been there this whole time and not letting
Yeah.
anything come between you and the community.
Well,
because
our community has been the reason we've been so successful. And that's
That's
it's
wonderful.
nothing I've done. We offer great food and hopefully great service. I mean, obviously sometimes we're human and make a mistake, but we
Sure.
really do want to bring an air of pride to what we do and in the downtown area. That's
Well,
our goal.
and it's something to shoot for because the downtown area is so cool looking.
Yes.
And when people walk down there, they come out of they're just traveling through and they start driving through there and they see all the stores and the antiques and stuff and they come but the restaurants have just grown so much and there's so big variety of restaurants, but the ones that have lasted and the ones that stay there are the ones that you just go like, I got to check out why people keep coming back to that. Describe to them the cornbread in the pan.
So we do our cornbread from scratch every morning, and it has hatch green chilies in it, and it's served in a large mini skillet.
Yes.
And we make them in our pizza oven. And with a small restaurant like this, and I don't say small, I say it's European. A
Yes,
European
yes.
kitchen. It's very laid out very ergonomically correct.
Oh, okay.
But there's only so many pieces we can make. So we make so many, and when they're gone, they're gone. So that's kind of a fun thing, too, is you're getting fresh when you come to the Red Brick Tavern.
And that's really good, though. Whenever you say when they're gone, they're gone. So it makes people go like, okay, I'm going to come earlier next time so I can make sure I get one of that. That's smart marketing. I like that. But the taste of the cornbread and it comes out hot and it's just so, it's like cake and you can. It's just amazing. So
We have a lot of customers that'll come in and they'll order cornbread and a side of collard greens. And then they cut a hole in the middle and dump the collard greens in the middle and eat it like that.
Really?
Our collard
so
greens
cool.
are really good.
Now I got to come back.
I know.
But I had the tomato soup. Now,
One of my favorites.
you think tomato soup, you think thin tomato. No, this is thick. It is thick with such. I don't know what you put in it, but it is just. It's amazing.
Tomato basil soup,
Yeah.
but it's made fresh. All of our soups are made from scratch as well.
It's so thick. It's so good, and it has so much flavor in it. And it was so hot when it came there. So I took the crackers and I started to crumble them up. And then after I took the first bite, I took all the crackers out because I just wanted the soup. The soup was so good, and I loved it. And then I had the hamburger, and I made the mistake though of getting ranch dressing, and I took the ranch and opened the hamburger and put it on top of the hamburger. Now, when you bite into that and mayonnaise and the other stuff in there, most of it has gone down. It's on that platter, and because it was just too much stuff. It's so big. There's so much stuff in it already, and the meat and the cheese that you have on there. It's just amazing.
Well,
so
thank you.
I hope that's why I had to eat. I'm so glad I ate before I ate over there before I came here, because now I'm not going to. I'll be able to quell my appetite for a while.
That's good.
But
That's good.
tomorrow I want to. I want to reserve that booth. But anyway, I think that what's interesting about you is that you've got all that going on, and some people could hardly even stand to try and do a restaurant and keep all that going and all those plates spinning, literally. And so you said not only that, but you've got a band that you're in.
I do.
And the name of your band is?
Southern Disposition. Like a little Stevie Nicks, Janis Joplin, Bonnie Raitt flair.
That's perfect,
Yeah.
because there is an attitude to Southern girls,
there
right?
is. Yes, so bless your heart.
And that's right. You always have to say that before you get ready to
Yes,
destroy
yes,
someone about their personality or something. But I think that you guys, is it all? It's not an all girl band. It's not.
Oh no, I'm the only girl in the band.
There you go.
Yes, some of the band members act like girls at times, including myself. But Billy Hillman is my lead guitar player. He played for Sarah Evans in the Suds in the Bucket tour.
Yeah.
And then he played for Steve Ball. I've got Michael Holloman, who is my drummer, and he played for B.B. King and Los Gonzo Band, Jerry Jeff Walker's band.
Oh my
so
goodness.
we've got some heavy hitters.
Yeah. Oh, what's interesting is the musicians in. You thought it was maybe only in Houston, but it's in Conroe, it's in Montgomery County, that know each other and that play on, have played with each other in their bands and stuff. That it's funny because you named the drummer that I know knows Eric Dimmer, and I know that they know Hugo. There's just so many people that interact with those musicians, and I think it's great. I think it's a lot of fun. But are you able to keep everybody together? Like when you're ready to do your tour, do you do tours or you just play around town?
We play different places. We've toured a little bit, not as far as a tour goes, but maybe like a one-off concert. We played Jerry Jeff Walker's birthday party down in Belize on San Pedro for 3 years.
For 3 years?
Yeah, that was
Oh,
a lot
my
of fun.
goodness.
Yes. And then
Gotta be good to
I've
be-
been up to Steamboat and got to play in and around the Music Fest. And then so we'll travel, but there's a lot of places to play around here.
Oh, there are.
Yeah.
Yes, there are.
We're playing Whisters over in Wood Forest on Valentine's Day, which is coming up this next Tuesday.
Yes, that's right. Okay, and that's
Whisters.
Whisters,
It's
not
a
Whisker.
bar and grill. It's great.
Whisters.
We're playing the Conroe Crossroads Festival in April.
Yeah, that's
the table
yeah.
at Maidley, right here in our own historic downtown Conroe.
So you just walk. You finish make that hamburger, and then you say, "Okay, I'll be back," and then you go play.
Oh
and then
no,
come back.
girl! I've got a great staff that makes all the food. You won't catch me back in the kitchen. If you do, it's we're
It's a
shorthanded.
mistake.
Well, I can cook. It was really funny. My staff, they don't see me back there very often. I'm usually one up front, shaking hands and kissing
Right.
babies.
Hey, yeah.
But
yeah.
we were shorthanded, and I was back there helping, and I heard him. Oh, Miss Debbie can cook. Oh,
Oh, see, this is what I mean. I think that you must be. I know you're not intimidating at all, but you're so well known, and so when you come in, you're like, Britney Spears is there. So let's all
my
talk
goodness.
to Debbie. I got to talk to Debbie. She's the owner, and she has her own band, and that's fantastic.
I don't think of myself like that. I just love giving back to people and being a blessing to downtown Conroe. And I've been part of this journey for 25 years. So it's just like second nature. I love it.
Well, did you start the band? Was the band before you had Red Brick?
No,
Or was it
I mean, I've
after?
always sang since I was 7. I remember them calling me up out of the congregation to help lead the invocation
There you go.
at Marsh Lane Baptist Church. So
That's where you learned to sing.
That's where, I mean, isn't that where we all learn to sing? Is
Because then
church.
you don't sing, then you sang. She
Yeah.
sang. She can sing.
I
Yeah,
sang.
that's right.
And then, I did a lot with music and bands and in high school and then after high school. So when I met my kid's dad, I moved down, not in that order. I met him and then got married, had kids, and then got divorced. And,
Right.
I don't know what you would say
But
about
they're
that. But
still his
but
kids, yeah.
I didn't do any music. I was busy being a mom
Yeah.
and an entrepreneur and starting an insurance agency. And then got Red Brick up and running and loved being a blessing and loved getting musicians.
And giving them a
yeah.
chance and a break.
And
Oh,
then
yeah.
the secret came out. I was on a committee downtown, and we were looking for someone to sing with Larry Butler. And I was on the committee, but no one knew I sang, and we were having problems because we wanted that person, on a weekend night.
Yeah.
And 2 weeks out, we still couldn't find someone. And I finally said, all right, well, keep looking, but if you can't find someone, then I'll do it. And I remember someone saying, oh, that's so sweet. We need someone that can sing.
We need a professional.
I said, well, that's when I had to spill my secret on the beans.
Wait a
Spill
minute.
my beans on the secret.
I happen to have a CD right here. Hang on a second. And
Yeah.
then play it for him. Did they ask for any more evidence than
Well, they said, well, we'll have Larry call you and it'd be, let him decide.
let him
And-
decide?
And he called up and he said, little lady, I hear you're going to sing with me this weekend. And I said, well, I can. And he said, well, what would you like to sing? And, Patsy Cline or, Ernest Tubbs, Hank Williams, Buck Owens. And he said, do you know what key you sing those in? And I told him, he goes, well, why don't you sing me a little bit of Crazy? And so I did. And he stopped me in the middle. He said, that will do. I will
That's
I will
awesome.
see you this weekend. And it
That's
was really fun. I
awesome.
wish I had a picture of all my friends that were like, I did not know she could do
I'm
that.
sure. I'm sure.
It was fun.
So after that, then your name got spread around and you got
Well, then after
asked.
that, I was judging a songwriter contest, and Steve Fox from Texas Music Pickers introduced me to one of my fellow judges, who was Billy Hillman, who's now my guitar player. And he said, this guy plays the heck out of the guitar, which he does. Mm-hmm. And Steve said, and you should talk to her about y'all doing something, a band, putting something together. She's got a heck of a voice. I said, I'm too old for that.
Oh, no, you're never too old. You're never too old
Yes,
for that. Have you ever played at the Green Oak Tavern?
I've been over there to see Buck Yeager play, but I have not played there yet.
Well, do you want to?
Yes, that'd be great.
Well,
Let's do it.
I'll talk to Steve and Debbie. I think her name's Debbie too. Yeah. And so I'll talk to.
They've got a great vibe over there.
Yes, they do. That's what I mean. It sounds like your group would just fit perfect there. And so, yeah, I'll talk to them. That's awesome. And so you're singing now. Do you have someone that books you? Or are you an agency with an agency?
Not yet. Because my schedule's a little crazy, sometimes it's better if I look at my calendar daily just to see what's going on. And once I have it in my calendar, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I mean, we're booked out all the way till June on different gigs, and that makes it very easy. You schedule it, and I mean, it's no different than if you're going to schedule to go to the movies or go do something. I mean, everyone says, how do you do it? I'm like, well, I don't know. Should I be worried that this is too much?
No, I mean,
Does it
how
feel
do you
like too much?
How do you do it with a staff that staff? I know they're very well trained. They're great. I have watched them move around and watch them, and they are just they do it.
It's like
all
herding feral
automatic.
cats.
Yeah,
Yes.
but they get it all done, and so you can leave and do things like that, right?
Well, I think, if you look at any successful restaurant, And ours is very small scale, so it's a little easier than if it was a huge,
Mm-hmm.
2-story, whatever. But I think that we have people in the kitchen and people out front that really care. And so it makes it a lot easier. They're not just there to fog a mirror. They take a lot of pride in, where we've gone in the community and how well respected we are. I had one of the judges pull me aside one day at a luncheon and say, I just want you to know you're our favorite place to take our guests that come in from out of town. We're so proud that you're here. Thank you so much. And I mean,
that means a lot. Because,
it does. It
yeah.
makes a lot of difference. So when you're doing things from a perspective of trying to give out quality, and that's what you care about, it's a culture that's really cool. And I think my staff is in on that culture. They care.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Because it had been 7 years since I'd been there. So, but you come back in and you just feel like you're just walking back in and all those years hadn't passed. It was like, it was great. And the food and all that. So I was just, kudos to you. And your staff is wonderful.
Thank you.
That's why I told Nicole, I said, I'm going to tell her about you. And she goes, oh, thank you so much. Because I've only been here about 3 months. And well, that's probably good. I said, no, you're really good. I wouldn't say it if you weren't. So it does say a lot about you, but you're a person that greets the people that are coming in is really good. And just watching how everybody talks to everybody, like they know everybody that has come in there. It's all like regulars.
It's like Conroe's own Cheers,
That's exactly right. Yeah. And the bar that wraps around, I don't know how far back it goes. I don't know that's where the restrooms are in the back, but it's full. It was full the whole time I was there. But it was. I remember when we went, it was later in the evening, and it just seemed like, did anybody go home? Because it seems like those are all the same people that were there earlier today, but they were, but you've got a lot of regulars. I mean, people.
Well, it's crazy. When we first opened, probably the first 2 or 3 years, if I walked into the Tavern, I knew probably 75% of the people there. There's friends and local business people. But as Conroe has grown, it has grown, I walk in there today and I might know 1 or 2 tables. And the rest of the people are new. And I'll walk around and say hi to them and ask them, is this your first time here? And, well, yeah, we just moved in from Colorado or New York or California or Katy.
Great.
I mean, there's people coming in from everywhere.
Sure.
We're just growing by leaps and bounds. And it just keeps getting busier with people I don't even know.
Do you get a lot of jurors in there?
We do. Mondays is our jury place. That's why we made the bar so long and kind of curved, so that at any place at that bar, you can see everyone else at the rest of the bar, and you don't feel like you're sitting there alone in case you're serving jury duty or in case, you're just trying to catch a quick bite by yourself.
Well, I know that when we were downtown, and it was jury day. It was you couldn't believe it how many people were there.
I can believe it. Yes,
and the look on everybody's face is the same look. They look around.
Lost.
Where do you can park right there, and it's right down there, and it's just getting that parking place. And the Baptist church that's down at Phillips did the best thing. They opened that up to the jurors to let them park there. And I said, that was so brilliant, because I drive by there and go, what, y'all have the biggest congregation I've ever seen. And he says, no, it's all jurors. And I went, what? And he says, oh yeah, they come in here and they're so happy and so relieved. And so, they're all panicked, and we let them come in there and park. So it's great. And if you feed them and they have some place to park, they'll calm down. I think that's good. Have you ever been in on any of the council meetings that we have here?
I go to some of them, yes.
You do?
Absolutely.
And as a business owner, or do you go there as just to keep up with what's going on?
I mean, I've been accused of being dual personality, but I can't separate myself. So no, I'm just joking. I go as myself. I go as a business owner. I love Conroe, and I love what we've done, and I think we have a great council. I'm thrilled. So, you just kind of want to know what's going on as a responsible person who owns a business.
Well, have you met Andrew Yusey?
I have not met him yet.
Okay,
no.
I'll send him to you.
Oh, my
I'll send him to
goodness.
you. I mean,
A
I'll tell him
quiz.
he needs to go over and see you. He's the new PI person, the public information
Oh, I
person.
like that.
And he's going to be over the TV and just getting all the information out to the citizens. He's going to make
I love
sure
that.
everything gets up to date and all that, like the computer, like our channel 12, and we have 2 radio stations. I think a lot of people in Conroe do not know that we have 2 radio stations that they could listen to, from Woodlands to New
Canada.
Waverly, or on the computer on their
Yeah.
telephone.
Anywhere in the world.
Yeah, they could listen to it, listen to us, and it's our radio stations. And so, and channel 12 is our television
Yes.
station. So it's just, he's going to take all that and just bring a lot of information.
God bless
along
him,
there. I know.
because there's a lot of information, and I'm so grateful to have someone that's out there getting it right.
Yeah, so I'll tell him that you'll be somebody that'll just, you
Yeah.
know,
Tell him to come look
be
me
so
up.
excited to see to see him, and I'll tell him what to order. No,
Spaghetti.
yeah,
Not.
angel pasta.
Gonna have to
Yeah,
go put that on the menu.
Yes.
If they fire me, you'll know why.
That's
Tried to
right.
put spaghetti on the menu.
Well, I used to go. I go to the movies, and I can't. I don't want to order candy and popcorn, so I'll bring in spaghetti.
Oh, my
In my
goodness.
purse, and I'll put it different places, and I'll go by and get drawn butter at the seafood place, and then put it on the popcorn. So good. And so I had the manager of the movie theater come in, and I said, okay, I just want to find out if one of your ushers found someone eating spaghetti in the auditorium, would you actually ask them to leave? And he goes, well, I don't think anybody ever would do anything like that. I said, okay. And then somebody told him that it was me who did that. So now it's a running joke where I'll go up and I'll tell one of the ushers, I say, go ask your manager, is it okay if this lady brings in spaghetti? And he'll know who it is. But it's that kind of thing. It's like I would do that. In fact, I'd pay for.
You're
I'd
very
pay
fond
for
of
it.
spaghetti.
Yes, I am.
I'm just getting this.
They say about being someone who eats too much and being a glutton is a sin you can't hide. And so that's I love to eat. And I started taking. I was going to tell all my audience about this today, and I forgot. You've heard of Balance of Nature, right?
Yes.
Everybody, if you've watched TV
Fruits
at
and
all,
veggies,
yes. And so I finally gave in. Usually I can't stand it when they advertise so much you think something's got to be wrong with this.
Oh, yes.
But I gave into it, and I started taking it, and it really, within a week, I was like, zippity doo dah, what's going on? And there's no chemicals or anything in it. It's just that your
Fruits
body
and
is going
veggies.
like, thank you for feeding me correctly, and see, you're so attuned to that because you have probably a lot of people that keep asking for very healthy food, because that's a big market right now. So how do you cover the healthy eating people? No gluten, no nothing.
Well, my sister's one of those, by the way, and she's very particular about it. She's strict until she's not. But anyway, that's a different story. We try to offer a little bit of everything.
Right.
Obviously, as small as we are, we can't be all things to all people. So I think you go deep, not wide. I think I heard that on a movie and just like, oh, I love that. Go deep, not wide. But no, you try to offer what you can offer. Mm-hmm. There's a restaurant out there for
you somewhere if whatever
yes,
you want.
But we are Southern cooking, upscale gourmet Southern cooking and wood-fired pizzas.
Don't ever change. Don't ever change. That's wonderful. Except the spaghetti, but don't ever change.
I'm going
You
to make
have got-
I'm going to make a little note over here on my little spaghetti.
Okay, if you want to name it after me, it's okay. No,
Yes.
but anyway, this is what I'm hoping people will understand is that downtown Conroe is not only the cute little buildings and the old buildings that are here that they've been being fixed up, but it is just a place to come gorge and eat and have a good time and see plays, and it's just precious. A lot of people just have no idea that it's here. So
Well, it's catching on pretty quick.
Yeah.
We have 2 theaters. We have the Owen Theater, and then we have the Jewel of Conroe, the historic Crichton Theater.
that's right.
Old
That's right.
vaudeville theater with the velveteen seats from the turn of the century. I heard Michael Martin Murphy walked up to the front of the stage without any amplification and sang a song, and it was just magnificent.
Oh, how great!
But we've had some amazing talent come through both of those theaters.
Yeah, we're getting ready to have the Billy Joel experience.
Oh,
So whenever you
nice.
say Billy Joel music experience, and Richard, correct me if I'm wrong, because he always does. If it says Billy Joel music experience, does that mean it's going to be someone that sounds like Billy Joel? I have no idea. Or is it going to be Billy Joel
Well,
himself?
I think your ticket price would probably give you more clue.
Hey,
if you're
that's a
only
good
paying
idea.
$60 or $70, it's probably not Billy
Not
Joel
Billy
at the
Joel,
Crichton.
really. Okay, that's good because they were very upfront about the Beatles experience. You could tell it wasn't them, but it was the Billy Joel. I was wondering, would he do Conroe? I don't know. I just don't know about that.
Well, we've had Vince Gill play that theater.
Yes, that's
I was
right.
very
Yes.
fortunate to get to be a part of that.
Oh, and you sang?
No,
Your
no.
group?
That was prior to anyone knowing I sang.
Oh,
That was
okay,
right
okay.
before. It was really close.
Man.
We've had Guy Clark played there many years, and he was such a great songwriter. Fun fact: before the Red Brick Tavern was the Red Brick Tavern, it was an old Tally's Domino Hall for over 100 years. And
A domino
it was.
domino
Women weren't even
hall.
allowed in. So Guy Clark would go play he would go do his sound check at the Crichton Theater. And then while he was just, waiting on his set, he would go over to Tally's and shoot darts.
That is
Drink beer and shoot darts.
I love that.
Yes. One afternoon, some young punk kids came in and said, "Hey, you that old guy that's going to play next door at the Crichton?" And he said, "Well, I guess that'd be me." And he said, "Well, they told me I should write a song about trains and homeless people and people throwing darts and old domino halls." And he looked at him and said, "I did. It's called Desperados Waiting on a Train." And
Oh, my
they
goodness.
challenged him to a game of darts, at which point he took every penny in their pocket.
That's
So
that's a great story.
that a great story?
Oh, that
Yeah.
is.
he passed away a couple years ago. I was sorry to see him go, but he was such a treasure. He sold the place out every time he came to Conroe.
Yeah, I bet he did.
Yeah.
But I've got only one. This is my last question. I promise I'll let you go soon. But we got 10 minutes. Okay. Having owned the Red Brick before it was the tavern, and you didn't have there wasn't anything in there except just chairs and tables and
Dust.
stuff,
Lots
and
of dust,
lots of
yes.
dust. Okay. Did you ever experience any ghost?
Well, not while it was, not before we had it Red Brick Tavern. But there was one night after it was all done and we'd been open maybe, I don't know, 2 years, a year and a half, 2 years, that the TV kept coming on. I would turn it off and walk back to the back to clean up and, turn off all the lights, and walking out, TV got turned on again.
Oh my word!
Yeah, so it's kind of, just a little different.
And that was your only thing to ever
That's
happen.
the only
there?
one that comes to mind.
that happened. Well, Laura, Lamplight. This is what this is all about. They did haunted walking tours.
Oh, nice.
And they did it down in Montgomery, all there, and they take them on a tour. It's about an hour or so long, and she tells them stories, and she tells them about the spirits and stuff that people have seen and that people believe that are there, and the haunted things that happened to that building. I mean, the things that happened to that building that now they feel like the spirits are still there and it's still haunted. And so I was wondering, she's going to try and do it in downtown. Somebody else does a walking tour. Have you ever seen that?
I have not.
Okay, well, she goes in and asks the owners and talks to the owners and all that, and if she's anything that she can say or about about it. I'll tell her you've got a story, and so it's so interesting because it just has drawn so many people to these tours because they want to know like what happened. Are you aware about Bonnie and Clyde?
Yes, I knew
Okay.
that they were from here. Are you kidding? I won
was gonna say-
the trophy. There's a trophy sitting in the Red Brick Tavern.
Okay,
Where my team won first place in the history tour that Larry Forrester put on, the little contest.
Oh, great!
Yeah, that was fun.
Well, see, that's what I know. Rodney Poole was the one who he came over and he said, "Well, you know that they're haunting those apartments over there. They're still in that building, and people have heard them and all that." And I was going, "What?" And he goes, "Yeah, that happens all around, around here." It's like matter of fact to him that those kind of things happened. And I went, "That's very cool." I just loved that.
Yeah.
So that they were here, and so she found out some more stories that when they were here, and so she uses that in her, in her repertoire of what's going on. So I'll tell her.
Well, the office building over next to Mimi's on Main.
Yes.
I mean, they've actually got videotape of a ghost. So,
Oh, that's
they've got proof. I don't have proof.
Dennis O'Connor was talking about that. He wanted to show me that building, and he said, "This building is haunted," and I went, "Oh no, it's not." And he goes, "Oh yeah, it is."
Yeah, it is.
Because he said my wife was a medium, and I went through so much stuff, and I know what to look for and what the sounds and things that happen. It happens all the time, Cindy. You're pretty naive if you don't
I'm
know
not
that.
adding that to one of my spinning plates. Look at all these plates spinning. I'm like, okay, yeah, no.
Right.
I'll let
No.
y'all do that.
Yes. Okay. Well, I'll make sure that she does know about you, and this is a great place because when you walk into the Red Brick Tavern, you get a feeling that, I mean, the people love the charm, and people love they want it to look like it was back in the 1900s and all that. And y'all have got such a great mixture of things there to make it that way, or make it just here's a brand new place we just opened, but it's decorated just.
Well, we tried to keep the decor from what it might have looked like back in the turn of the century, just to give it that old world vibe. But it actually is a brand new renovation from 2011,
Right.
where all the electric, all the plumbing, totally new. The only thing that's original is the brick and the rafters. Everything else is brand new. We even had to pour in the floor in the tavern because one side was 4 inches lower than the other side.
Well, yeah, that could make a difference on the
That
dance
makes
floor
that's
for
a
sure.
very big hazard.
Yes, for sure. Well, I got to tell you, I'm so in awe of all the stuff that you're into and what you're doing, and to maintain that kind of quality and and have the wait staff that you have and the durability and just how long you have kept that going. And kudos to you being able to keep that staff paid and keep them through that, because there's all the bad stories that happened out in New York, how many people were let go.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I've been serving on the Texas Restaurant Association, and we have a county Texas Restaurant Association for Montgomery County here now. It's our newest chapter. I'm the president of that chapter, and serving on the state board. And I have to tell you that if it was not for the Texas Restaurant Association, a lot of the restaurants in Texas would have been shuttered, just like the ones in New York City.
That's
And thank you to Brandon Creighton and Will Metcalf at the state level, to Judge Keogh. I mean, it takes a village, and it
Right.
took a lot of people pulling for the right thing. And I'm very grateful for our representatives who really stood up
That's-
for us. So
I love living in Texas. All I would do is turn on the news and listen to what has happened, and where some people are still trying to make everybody wear a mask and all that, and how quickly we seem to turn the corner on that. I know it felt like a long time, but then all of a sudden it was like, no, you don't have to wear a mask, and they can't make you wear that mask and all that. And I know there's some places where, if the doctor, or if they decide they want people to wear masks to come in, you got to do it.
obviously, you always want people to feel comfortable
Right.
doing what their own personal choice. But I
Right.
love that about America, is that we have
Yes.
choices. That's
Yes.
the way it should be.
That's exactly right. And that's what parents have finally, the woke has woke up the wrong people because those parents are not going to put up with a lot of that stuff. And I'm probably getting this. Okay. All right. I'm not going to talk about that, but I just, that's why I love Texas and why we love living in
Montgomery County is a
Montgomery
great
county. Oh,
Yes,
my word.
absolutely
Yes.
grateful and blessed to be here.
And don't mess with it.
Yeah,
Just
no,
don't
mess
even
with
think
it.
about messing with it. Well, I just want to thank you again. And anytime you got something that you want to push and you guys are going to be, playing somewhere around there, please let me know or come on in.
I'll do it. I'll
and
bring
say
my guys
hi.
in and let you have a little listen.
Oh.
How good that guitar is. Woo.
Listen,
So good.
we did that with one group because we couldn't play the CD, because of legal stuff, and so we had them do it live, and they just did it unplugged, and it was so great. So anytime you guys want to do that and want to hit up because you're getting ready to do something around here, please let us know, and you're in.
That sounds
sure.
good. Thank you, Richard from Lone Star Community Radio, for having me here, and Miss Cindy.
Well, thank you. Thank you so
Thank you to
much.
Mr. Wootton for sponsoring the segment. It's been a great day.
You got that on tape, right? Okay, good. We'll say Debbie Glenn even endorsed Chris Wootton.
Well, he comes over. He likes our. He's a customer.
Okay, great. I
Yeah,
will tell him we met. Thank you so much, and we will hopefully see you soon. And right now, I got to find out though from Richard. He always tells me, "Am I going to go off? Or are we going to go break?" We're breaking. Okay, so we can let her get back to her job. Okay, all right. So anyway, I'll be right back. Please don't go away. We'll be right back. The Cindy Cochran Show, Real Reality Radio.
Every week, people ask the same two questions. Are they ready to retire? Will their savings last for their lifetimes? Hi, this is Chris Wootton with Wootton Financial Group. Our firm has been in Montgomery County for decades, but the hopes and dreams of the people we serve never change. We help answer these two questions and many more that people have about their uncertain financial future. We have a simple introductory client experience that allows us to get to know the client and includes a few meetings for the client to kick the tires at no charge. We provide a concise, one-page summary that helps the client get a better handle on which questions are the right questions for them. To learn more about Wootton Financial Group's process in helping their clients to a clearer financial future and to see their contact information, visit Cindy Cochran Show page on irlonestar.com/TCCS. Wootton Financial Group is a proud sponsor of the Cindy Cochran Show. Wootton Financial Group is available by phone at 936-449-5952 or visit them on the web at www.woottonfinancial.com. That's www.woottonfinancial.com.
This program is sponsored by the Wootton Financial Group. It is not the intent of Wootton Financial Group to render or offer personalized investment advice or financial planning advice through this radio program or any related website. Wootton Financial Group's participation in this program is limited to providing general information on financial matters and should not be construed as financial recommendation or investment advice. Investment advisory services are offered through Game Plan Advisors, Inc., a registered investment advisor registered with the Securities and Exchange Commission and the state of Texas. Insurance services are offered through Wootton Financial Group, Inc. Game Plan Advisors and Wootton Financial Group, Inc. are affiliated through common ownership, and neither firm is affiliated with The Cindy Cochran Show. No listener should assume that any information presented and or made available on this program serves as the receipt of or a substitute for personalized individual advice from Game Plan Advisors, Wootton Financial Group, or any of their representatives.
And we're back on the Cindy Cochran Show. Thank you so much for listening and being with us. We had Debbie Glenn on from the Red Brick Tavern, and I hope you're all hungry and your saliva glands are just going crazy and say, "Oh, I gotta go over there and check it out." It's really good, really is good. So, I think that we're very fortunate to have the quality of food we have here, and Debbie Glenn has that under control, and then she also has her band going, and hopefully we'll get to have them come in and play for us. But I mentioned while I was talking to her, I'd forgotten to tell you guys about it, but I did succumb to all the advertising and commercials of Balance of Nature, gave us. Have you ever heard of that? Just you can shake your head yes or no. Do you know about Balance of Nature? Have you seen the commercials? You don't know anything about it? Okay, I can't imagine anybody not knowing about it because they're like every other commercial is about Balance of Nature. And it really is good. And I'm just, man, I'm amazed because I was just losing all kind of energy and just not feeling like I want to do anything, which I'm like that a lot anyway. But I said, I've got to get some energy. And these people keep talking about, being able to eat all the vegetables and all the fruits you need to eat every day is hard to do. And it is what they say you need, what your body needs. And so anyway, they put it together and they put it in a capsule about that big. And then you take 3 of those a day of the fruit and of the vegetable. And something happens to you. You start feeling better and you have more energy. And I'm not making a commercial right now, and I have no profit from saying this, but I just want people to feel good. And so if you've had that problem, you might want to check into it and make sure it's okay for you, because I'm diabetic, and I asked them, I said, are you sure this is okay for a diabetic to take? And they went like, most of our people are diabetic, and it really does help them. And then I asked a medical person, I asked this doctor, and said, could you tell me? And they said they looked it up, and they looked at all the medicine I was taking already, and with what they were going to give me, it's fine. So it's all good. And they said, you'll be better for it. So don't hesitate to go ahead and take it. So that's been helping me. And I just want to share that with you. And if you look it up, it's just Balance of Nature. And if you turn on the TV, if you're watching cable or anything, you're going to see it, or any kind of local TV, you're going to see the commercials. They're everywhere. Okay. Anyway, so I guess we're just about out of time. Is that correct, Richard? Because I got to go home and start making popcorn and hot dogs and stuff like that for the no, I don't. For the Super Bowl. I just don't even care. I really don't care who wins that thing. But I am going to watch first the commercials and see how the commercials go. But who cares? If it was Dallas Cowboys, yes, I'd be watching. Or the Oilers, they don't go anymore. Or the Texans or somebody like that, I would be watching. But it's nobody. It's all people I don't care about. Anyway, but the only thing that's interesting is the brothers. There's 2 brothers, and they're playing. One's playing on one team, is playing on the other, and the mother's trying to figure out who to root for, and they're pressuring her. It's terrible. They're so mean to the mother. And so that's the only thing interesting probably about it. And then maybe the commercials will be good this year, but I saw an example of one, and it wasn't funny. It wasn't anything at all. So I thought, if that's going to be it, those guys pay so much money for those commercials. But anyway, I want to say thank you so much, Chris Wootton. And in just a moment, you'll hear Chris's sweet voice, and he'll be talking about what the most important questions that everybody asks. So be listening for him, and get your pencil out to put his number down so you can call him. Okay, and listen, first responders, we love you. We admire you. We just can't believe how brave you are. And we thank you, thank you, thank you. And we will see you next week. This is my Friday. Bye. We'll see you. Bye. Listen.